So I thought today it would be fun to take you guys through a day in the life with an emphasis on my top 7 simple, healthy habits that I've developed over the years that have dramatically changed my life and transformed my body, starting in the bathroom before any food hits my lips. Zoe, I'm gonna swish for about 15 minutes and then I'll check back with you and share my simple 3-ingredient all-natural whitening toothpaste. So actually this one is kind of a 3 or maybe even 4 for 1, but oral hygiene. And it starts with oil pulling first thing in the morning. It helps with gingivitis and receding gum lines. It helps with bad breath and can even help to pull toxins, not just from your mouth, but from your blood. I recommend doing it for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes first thing before you brush your teeth or consume any food. It's gonna be a great clean sweep and very detoxifying. We go on Amazon and buy a massive tub of organic, cold-pressed, unrefined, virgin coconut oil, and that is what we use. I constantly get asked how I have such white teeth and if I whiten them. No, I do not. All I do is a simple 3-ingredient toothpaste. So I'll put coconut oil and baking soda in a dish. All I do is kind of eyeball it until I get that creamy, whipped toothpaste-like consistency. I would say it's gonna be about a 2-to-1, maybe even 3-to-1 ratio. And I'll simply add a drop of essential oil straight to my toothbrush after I have the toothpaste on it, rather than mixing it in. Once a week, I will take just the baking soda and brush my teeth with just that. So that, I guess you could say, is my teeth whitener. This has been such a game changer because I used to be so cavity prone. My dentist told me I needed to start using fluoride toothpaste again, and I was like, no way, no how. This is all that Dusty and I have used for about the past 7 years now, and it works so amazingly well, and we have the best teeth and oral hygiene of our lives. We always get great reports from the dentist. One other thing I forgot to mention, in between the oil pulling and teeth brushing, I first scrape my tongue. So swish the oil for 15 to 20 minutes, spit it in the trash, not in the drain, and then I'll get out my tongue scraper and I'll scrape my tongue about 3 or 4 times. And then I use my very special toothpaste concoction. Next step, this is something that I've done in the past, but it's been very hit or miss. Working out before the family wakes up, before the world needs me, before I'm getting slammed with texts and emails, the kids tugging at my arms. We all know what happens when you save your workouts to the end of the day. You get home from work, you're exhausted, the kids are hungry, and before you know it, you've run out of time, you run out of motivation. I just have a quick and simple 2-ingredient pre-workout protein shake with 1 scoop of protein, 1 frozen banana, and some water, and it's just what I need to get in that 1 hour individual time that I need for myself. So I am breathing heavily, I'm dripping in sweat. A little overview of what a week's worth of workouts look like. So for me personally, I have an oversized mat that I laid out in the garage, and I started with 5-pound dumbbells, and that was it. I started doing video guided workouts, and as I progressed in strength, I rewarded myself with an upgraded set of dumbbells. Out of all of the bells and whistles, the things I use most are my dumbbells. So every single day of the week, I am usually strength training, and I like to do splits. I love guided video workouts, and with resistance training, so that I don't burn myself out, typically stick to about 35-40 minutes of resistance training. And then after that, 20 minutes of cardio on the Peloton or 20-minute jog. I work out 6 days a week for about an hour at a time, and it's my time. And Zoe is so good in the pack and play. I've found the best way to keep her entertained is with non-child items. Anything that's not a toy, she loves. I should also note, I used to do strictly cardio, and it did nothing for my body. It just made my muscles super sore and achy and tired all the time from running 6+ miles, and it just left me extra hungry and ravenous. So strength training has really helped a lot. It's great for your bone density as you age, especially. It's great for hormone health, especially as you age. And it's also fantastic for sculpting and for body recomp. So that means transforming your body. Trust the process. Strength training is worth it. If you guys want to see a workout program from EatMoveRest from me, I would love to do that. I don't know if it looks like a YouTube channel or a private program where we all do it together. let me know in the comments because I would really love to help you guys. And I'm not saying I'm the world's biggest bodybuilder or that I even want to be. What I really want to be is sculpted and defined and long and lean. And I think that's what most females desire. If you agree, give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so post-workout, by this time, the kids have started to trickle out into the garage, or if I'm extra lucky, into the kitchen. I've already finished my workout and I'm now in the kitchen in green smoothie mode. This brings me to my next healthy habit and life changer, bookending my day with a green smoothie and a green salad. These aren't low calorie. These are not focused on detoxifying, cleansing, depriving. It's not a starvation diet. This is about hyper nourishing with nutrient density. So with my green smoothie, you guys have seen it over and over again. So I actually just slugged it down myself and didn't even get footage of it. But something that has been an extra game changer with the green smoothie is prepping the powders. In the green smoothie, it's tropical, it's delicious, it's tasty. If you guys want our green smoothie recipe and the different variations that we like to use, then be sure to check them out in our meal planner and recipe app linked below. When I first went plant-based over 10 years ago, my breakfast looked like scrambled eggs, hash browns, maybe some Fiber One cereal with some skim milk. I was struggling so much with my digestive distress and sluggish, slow, poor elimination. By the way, let's note, eggs and all animal products contain 0 fiber and all plant foods contain tons of fiber. It's all perfectly packaged by nature and loaded with fiber. And let's also mention 0 cholesterol. So when my cholesterol was going sky high, I cut the eggs, all the other animal products, and instead added fiber to my diet. My digestion improved, my skin began to glow, and also my cholesterol went into a heart attack proof range, as the doctors would call it. I look forward to these meals because they actually taste good and they're satisfying and energizing. I don't feel like I need a cup of coffee in the morning to kickstart my day. The green smoothie does it for me. And then with the big leafy green salad, it's also important to chew your food because the breakdown and the activation of the enzymes and other beneficial constituents in your food begins in your mouth with that chewing action. So big leafy green salads full of every color of chopped veggie of the rainbow, topped with a healthy fat or dressing. I love to just mash up some avocado and put it on top and maybe sprinkle on some hemp seeds or sunflower or pumpkin seeds. Yet again, we have a 2-for-1 special here, quitting refined sugar and having a massive water bottle by my side day and night, no matter where I go and what I do. I would say the biggest things that changed when I cut the refined sugar and started hydrating with water, doing that 2-in-1 combination, is clearer skin, better mood, and improved energy and digestion. I was addicted to sugar. Yes, even after going plant-based, but especially beforehand. When Dusty and I got together, he can vouch for this. I had candy hiding everywhere. It all stems back to that reward system. So when I was a kid, if my brother and I were good in church, we would get rewarded. So it was this pleasure trap that continued to feed my addiction, making it stronger and stronger. Honestly, I finally kicked the refined sugars when I decided to eat more fruit in abundance until I felt satiated. And it was scary to me because I had been told that fruit would make me fat, when it in fact did not do that. So the green smoothie was a huge, huge help with that. Instead, when I have a craving, the first thing I do is make sure that I'm hydrated because we need water more than we need food. And most of the time when you're experiencing dehydration, it happens before you even realize you're thirsty. So I just tell myself, okay, I've got my 32-ounce water bottle. I am going to make sure that I at least drink my weight in water each day. If you are still wanting sugar, number 1, opt for fruit or dried fruit. One of my favorites is medjool dates. Another favorite that I have been putting in my purse for on the go no matter what I do is these Gem Daily Bites. I love them so much because they contain 20+ vitamins and minerals, superfoods, prebiotics, and probiotics. It's like a multivitamin sourced from whole food ingredients. And the first ingredient is dates. So it's something that I look forward to
after a meal. It curbs those cravings and it nourishes your body at the same time. So good for your gut health, digestion, hair, skin, and nails. There's a lot of biotin in here, so that really caught my eye as well. And I love that there's other ingredients that I'm always looking for to fight inflammation, like ginger and turmeric, golden chlorella, quinoa for B vitamins, stone fruit and dates. So tasty. I love them so much. So if you want to try out the Gem Daily Bite, be sure to use EatMoveRest for a special deal on your first month and use the link below in the description. You can also look into making sure you're getting enough protein throughout the day. And if you're wanting something that's dessert-like, try the Daily Bites from Gem, try the pitted medjool dates, try some banana nice cream. We have so many recipes. Try some of our healthy baked goods. They're all in the EatMoveRest meal planner and recipe app. Like I said, it is linked below for you guys. So this is actually one that I'm not gonna go into detail on. This is kind of a little bonus that I wanted to squeeze in as I was washing my face. Clean skincare, and I'm not saying just slathering on jojoba or coconut oil and calling it a day, because trust me, beforehand I was simply wiping my skin clean at the end of the day with a baby wipe, and then I was putting coconut oil on after the shower. That's as squeaky clean and crunchy as it gets, but it doesn't deliver results. The way I see it, there are two ways you can do skincare. That would be like the Botox, the fillers, kind of like going the processed junk food route or the standard American diet route. You can do Botox, lasers, and fillers and get instant results. Or if you want to go the crunchy all natural route, but actually get those results too, it's got to be more than coconut oil. So I can say that my skin looks tons better now than it did even a year ago. So it's usually about this time of day where I will settle into a homeschool routine that I've been doing with the kids this past year. It has gone so well, and I am excited to say that I didn't think I could do it, but it has been above and beyond fruitful for all of us. Like I mentioned in last week's video, if you didn't see it, I talked a lot about habit stacking. So I don't have as much devoted time to sit down and have 10, 20, 30 minutes of silence. So instead, during our homeschool session, we always do tapping and affirmations together. But I'm titling this habit Mindset Mastery. So I've always loved self-help books. I love the Rich Roll podcast. As of very recently, I have actually been doing less consuming and more putting these habits into practice. Two things that have been very, very impactful for me just this past month especially. Number one has been at the end of every day to write down 3 good things. Something to remind me that God is for me and that life is so good and so beautiful. So practicing that gratitude at the end of the day is such a great way to get your mind right before you go to sleep. The other thing is I've been listening to a lot of Joe Dispenza. He has some really fascinating information and also just very practical ways to totally reshape your relationship with the world around you and the internal relationship you have with yourself. What are the words that keep replaying over and over and over in your mind? If you can reel back and reshape the way you're thinking, then you can reshape your reality. It's as simple as this. When you change the way you look at things, the things you're looking at change. It's all about shifting your perspective, flipping the script. Before I wake up, this is when our mind is very malleable. We have the opportunity to carve new neural pathways. So there are a couple times. First thing in the morning when you wake, and then between 2 and 4 p.m., take those moments to do this. Put your hand on your heart and take 3 deep inhales and exhales, and then repeat this to yourself. Today, I step into my new reality. Today, my thoughts create my new future. Today, I become the person I know I can be. So after we finish up our homeschool, I usually come out and do some work for a couple of hours in the afternoon. And the other thing that I do is meet with a coach. Hiring a coach has been so profoundly impactful and helpful for so many reasons. So I've had lots of therapists in the past, and I'm a huge advocate, but I feel like it's more digging up the past, and a coach helps propel you and push you forward. It's just weird because Dusty and I are coaches, so we've never really thought like, oh, maybe we should have our own, but that's the way it works. If you really want to be the most impactful leader, you have to have someone to be that leader for you. That is exactly why we created the EatMoveRest Club, our yearly membership. It's only 25 cents a day and you get so much. It's basically like an all-inclusive resort for anyone who is very health conscious or wants to step their game up. You get our recipe app, our ebook collection, which includes the 3-day juice feast and some of our family favorite recipes. You get weekly Q&A coaching calls with us, private Facebook community, private off social media community. So many good things are happening there. We do monthly mini challenges. It has been such a blessing in our lives and so many people are getting awesome results. So be sure to check it out, linked below. So the last healthy habit that has been so profoundly impactful for my sleep is my relationship with tech. Exposure to blue light, using my phone right up until my head hits the pillow. I was waking up so often throughout the night. So for Lent this year, I decided I'm gonna leave my phone alone for the last hour before I sleep. Ideally, it could be even a little bit more than that, but it has been so helpful to me. It's also helped me to be a little bit more mindful with getting my work done on my phone earlier in the day, knowing that I can't just check emails or work on a post I'm about to make right before bed. Instead, I either read a book with the kids, then we say our prayers, and last but not least, this simple breathing technique. So if I'm having a hard time going to sleep or I wake up at night and I feel like, oh my gosh, I might be getting some insomnia, do this breathing technique. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold it for 7 counts, and breathe out for 8 counts. And trust me, it works every time. I'll fall asleep within 5 minutes. If I'm having any type of trouble, it works amazingly well. What we want our bodies to do at night is rest and repair and heal. And you're sending the wrong signals if you're exposing yourself to blue light, especially after the sun sets. So try this breathing technique along with avoiding your devices at bedtime and let me know how it goes. All right, you guys, I'm gonna have myself a massive rainbow salad. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join the EatMoveRest fam, click that bell to turn notifications on. It helps us out so much. Leave me some love in the comments below and be sure to grab your Gem Daily Bites and join the EatMoveRest Club right now for less than 25 cents a day. Can't wait to see you on the inside and in next week's video. Bye guys.